Sup, bitches?
Can we open it just like that?
Sure, we can.
Don't edit it. I think that's iconic. We should just leave it. Just like that. Did you miss
Um,
us?
because we missed you. I
Is that, I was gonna say, what is that from?
don't
Is it
remember.
Gossip Girl? Yeah,
Yes,
it's
yes,
Gossip
yes,
Girl.
yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yes.
I'm
We
back.
did actually miss you guys.
We did.
So
Well,
hopefully you missed us.
I missed you guys, but it also feels like it was 5 days,
Yeah,
which
it wasn't,
whoopsies. It wasn't. It was like
but
2 weeks.
it's okay. Hockey's almost here.
Hockey
Our
is
will to
here.
live is
We
defrosting.
have prospect camps happening
True.
already.
True.
We have score graphics going up,
I
Brianna.
know.
The
I
hockey's
know.
back.
I know, but some people are like super picky, but I don't think that counts. I do, but
Someone on our
it's real
TikTok when we
people.
we posted that like hockey's back this month or something, and people were like, "It's just preseason. Calm
I
down."
don't care. Do I care?
And
Did
I
someone actually say that?
it was a longer comment than that. Like they were like very like mean about it, and I commented and I was like, "Actually, we were referring to prospect camp, so like
Also,
we're gonna
again, just
celebrate
let
because
people
hockey's."
be excited about things. Just let them
I just
be
thought it was so
excited.
funny because I was like, actually, let me double down that I'm not only excited for preseason, I'm
Yeah,
excited for training camp, and I'm excited for prospect camp, and I'm
I was talking
excited
about
for
the
all of
rookie
these
camps
things
actually.
that are like literally only insane
What
hockey
the
fans.
heck?
Yeah.
But yes, you're right.
LOL.
It is back.
And we are back.
Hmm.
Season 2.
Which is crazy.
I didn't think we'd get here,
That's wild.
right?
It's wild. Yeah, but here we are.
So if you don't know, I'm Mackenzie. That's Bree. This
Hi.
is Read Between the Blue Lines, a hockey podcast. However,
Confirmed.
if you follow us on social media, you might have found out that as of today, we are also officially expanding to Read Between Sports. Um,
Confetti.
Yay!
Somehow figure out to be like, yeah.
Add
Just
like a
imagine like
graphic
fireworks
in.
and celebrations happening right
I
now.
told you we have to get one of those like Harley soundboards, like the bow, 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 bow,
We do.
bow.
I need like the Sam's remote.
Yes,
I seriously need
yes,
that. We have to invest. I bet we can get one.
I'm sure.
But yes,
Um, so yeah, Read Between Sports is the tagline is for those who bring a book to every game or something like
like
that. I
us.
think that's what the official copy is.
Yeah.
Um, because yeah, I think that while we both love and adore hockey, there's also more room for us to talk about more things and general sports media. I know Bree is a huge motorsports. I like motorsports, but you are like a
Yeah.
huge motorsports fan.
This is also
Um,
about if you know anything about me, I find out I like something and then I like something to like an
yes,
insane amount.
of course.
Which is pretty much what happened with F1 and then I just trickled into other things. But yeah, it makes sense.
And then like me with my law background, like I love sports business, and so I love to like talk about like NIL more. And I feel like we were trying to figure out whether we were going to go to like a 2 episode a week format so we could talk more about other sports and other things and more books. And it turned into it would be easier for us to write articles because we both
And you read
enjoy
it on your
writing.
own time. Yeah.
Yes. We can write it on our own time. We can read it on our own time. It doesn't
Yep.
require like a 3 hour recording session or a 3 hour
Yep.
editing session on my end. Like it works out best for both of us. Also, some of the episodes that we will have on here, because obviously we will still be talking about hockey over on that website, um, which the website is literally readbetweensports.com. It'll be linked in the show notes. It's,
BTWN.
yeah, BTWN, between.
BTWN.
Um, Still talking about hockey. And so, like, some of the episodes, like today's episode, is going to also be an article. So, if for some reason you're not a podcast person, but you're still listening to this and you want to transition to supporting us on the article side of things,
We'll be there.
you can be there. Um, we're super excited to do this, and if you guys don't follow us there, that's fine. If you do follow us there, cool. Um, but we were excited to share it and do that thing. But at the end of the day, this right here, what we are doing right now, is a hockey podcast,
Yeah.
and hockey's going to start soon. And I know that when we talk about hockey, we typically jump right into the thick of it. And we do
Into the
our
thick of it.
I knew you were
Just
gonna do
every
that
time
too.
every time
Um,
someone says that, that's all I think.
we I know that we typically we just talk and we try to explain some stuff, but we
along
figured
the way.
it would be nice to have like a
Start,
landing place for people who have never watched a hockey game before or they,
which, to be fair, that was both of us at one point. Well, maybe
more you.
no, but you had at one point you had never watched a hockey game.
Yeah, but I was
Like
three.
you
I
were
didn't
way
understand
younger, but
anything.
like it still counts. Yeah, it's
Yes.
more relevant for me as of a conscious age, I guess.
Yes.
But still both of us at some point.
Yes.
So, and then we went crazy.
So whether you are here because you like books and you like that side of the podcast, or you don't really know a lot about hockey, or you know everything about hockey, but you maybe want like a few refreshers or something, this is episode one, part one of something called Hat Trick University.
Woo!
That's gonna be us explaining hockey, but this is gonna be like a super, super basic intro,
Like again, you've never watched hockey in your life. Or you have
yes,
and you just don't get any of it, which is also okay.
which is fine.
Which is normally how it starts.
Because I think we are also huge proponents of we don't really care what level your knowledge of hockey is to watch hockey. Like we just,
I just want you to watch hockey.
yeah, we just want to grow the
But
game.
yeah,
But if you would like more information so that you can,
we're
you
here.
know, say fuck you to some of the men who want to be assholes about you liking hockey as a woman, or you can be a dude and listening to this. We don't have any males who listen to us. So, but to be
I'm gonna
fair,
bully my brother. Be like, can you just put this on so we can get one
I want to say I can check it right now and tell you what our percentage is, but last time I checked it was 100% women.
you know what? I love that. That just proves it for the girls. See ya.
We are in fact
For
for the
everybody.
girls. Oh, okay. We have a change. We have a change. I'm so sorry.
Oh my
We have a 97.3% female listener base,
God. Okay.
1.4% male, and 1.2% not specified.
Okay.
So we
That
do
is different.
apparently have maybe one
Welcome.
man who
Welcome. Thank
listens
you
to
so much
this.
for being here. You're like the token uh listener.
Yeah,
Yes.
so welcome.
But
But either way, we want to grow the game, and I think that that does start with understanding the game because
yeah,
I think that sports are fun regardless. I think
of
that
course.
sports are
It's a little more fun
cooler
when you
when you
understand
understand
it,
it. Yeah.
but it's okay if you don't.
So let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
All right. What's going on with Luke and the
Is
Devils?
Palladium retiring soon?
What book is that?
Did you see the new Kraken jersey?
Three-peat?
Was that the goal of the year?
16 million?
Who's gonna win the Norris
The Isles are
Trophy?
having fun again?
Did you read the new Elsie Silver novel?
Will the Sabres ever make the
Can anyone
playoffs?
beat Ovi's
Give
record?
me a new book rep.
Who got traded?
Will Matthews bounce
Can
back?
Tampa get back on top?
This is Read Between the Blue Lines,
A hockey podcast.
where our brains are filled with endless stat lines
Rosters.
and a list of books to read,
Tune in every Monday for a deep dive in the game we love.
and the books we can't shut up about. Brianna, you want to start? Because you wrote this document, and
I
I
did.
have
I
just
don't.
opened it for the first
I
time today.
feel like we missed. I did not fill all of this out, so we are going to
It's
be filling
okay.
this in as we go.
We
Um,
both know enough about hockey. We wanted to have like an outline.
yeah. I tried. I did this at work, and I was trying to be like, if I had never watched a hockey game, what would somebody ask me, and what would they need to know? And it's actually kind of funny thinking about it, not like that, because I was like, oh my God, they wouldn't even know like who the players are, like why they're in like certain spots. So
Yes.
easy to start
I
off.
will hold on.
Go for it.
What was it? Fuck. I had a thought in my head and it went away.
I'm sorry.
Oh, hi. You
It's
can
back.
comment on like Spotify or YouTube or wherever you're. I don't know if you can. I don't think you can do it on Apple. However,
Send us a DM.
you can pop over to one of the other sites and like if you have a question about said sport that we did not answer, let us know. We can either answer you there if it's a simple thing, turn into a full episode, like whatever. We're probably gonna miss some stuff.
Yeah, but we're always happy, especially Ken Sue. But like this is my full-time job, so like I will literally sit here and talk to you about hockey
Yeah.
for till my head falls off because that's what I do and I love it.
Yes.
So
We are basing this
Tell us.
explanation on the NHL, which is the National Hockey League, which is the men's professional hockey league in North America.
Correct.
That is the standard for what we are talking about when we are explaining the rules. There are some differences in different leagues in college and other, like the women's league, the PWHL, which is the Professional Women's Hockey League, which we also talk about a lot here.
We love them.
We do love the PW. Um, but just so everyone is aware, we are basing like when we get into like the overtime playoffs, da da da, we are explaining it based on the NHL.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Go
Okay.
ahead.
No, you're fine. Don't worry. Um, I'm gonna start it off with I saw Luke Mackenzie's name in the doc. Positions. Also an Ariana Grande album, but for this
Tried some
purpose.
freaky business.
Also, yeah, Sabrina Carpenter's
Have you
got
ever
something
tried
going on
this
there.
one?
These are where the players, like, I guess their
Wait, that's an Ariana
responsibilities.
Grande album? I thought it was just a song.
No, the whole album is called Positions.
Oh,
The lead single is also Positions.
I thought it was just a song. Never
No, it's
mind.
both.
Okay. Cool. Good for
But
her.
yeah, it's like 5 years old
If
already, but
you've
it's
never
okay.
listened to this podcast before,
Tangents happen all the time.
we both have like, ooh, squirrel mentality. So welcome. It's a mess, but I think that's what makes it fun.
Yes, and that's just how my brain works. So, or our brains work
Yeah.
literally all the time. So,
I'm gonna shut up.
back, no, don't. We're gonna just do these. This one's really fast. Positions. I'm gonna go through this really
Yay.
fast. You can play one of three positions. You are either a forward, a defender, defense, or goaltender. Forward has three separate, like you're either center of the ice, left wing, which is left side of the ice, right wing, which is right side of the ice.
And
Defense,
people do switch
they
between
do.
those
Usually it's center
sometimes.
and wing. You can switch. Defense, you're either left or right. That's
Yes.
usually based on your shot. So you
Yes.
play left defense, right defense. Goaltender, you sit in the net
Yes. Do
the
you
whole time.
want to explain a right hand shot, left hand shot?
You can do that. Do you want to do it?
Okay.
Because I
Well,
feel like you would,
it's the opposite.
yes,
Um,
not for me, like if I were to play hockey, but for
like
normal people,
if you're a righty, like you write with your right hand, typically
you
you're
hold
a
it.
left-handed shot.
Hmm.
Um, which I understand is a confusing concept. And also
Yeah,
that's
like
not
when you
always
say
the
someone's
rule
a, yeah, like when you say someone's a left-hand shot doesn't mean they're left-handed. It means they're
Yeah, it
right-handed.
means that their stick
The opposite.
sits on the left side of their body.
They hold it like this. Can you see me? Like
I don't
this.
know if this video is going to be reversed though, so I don't know if that helps
Oh, true.
anybody.
Never mind.
But so like
So,
their left hand is going to be at the like closer to the end of their stick. Does that does that make sense?
hmm
Right?
yeah,
Am I explaining that correctly?
yeah. Like
Why I asked you to explain it, but okay.
your dominant hand is at the top of the stick, or
Because
closer to the top
that's
of the
you
stick.
have anyways,
Yes,
I don't need to get into like the technical aspects of hockey. I don't know how to explain to you how confusing it was like the first time I
it's
started
a
like
lot.
getting into it where I was like, what do you mean it's the opposite for some people and not others?
Also, like we had this conversation. We both play field hockey, and in field hockey, you can only hold the stick one way. So I had a conversation at work one day where, first off, I had to explain field hockey to a lot of my coworkers because they're not familiar with it. But they were like, somebody asked me if I had to play ice hockey, like how I would. When I was like, wouldn't you be a left-handed shot? And I'm like, no, because the only way I know how to hold a stick is
Oh, that's
like
so
the
interesting.
field
I
hockey way.
still
So
think
I
I would
would
be a
play it.
left-handed
No,
shot.
I don't think I could do it. I'd have to play like right-handed,
I think it's because I was a
which
goalie
is
and so I didn't actually
see,
shoot.
so I was not.
But
So
I
I
also
literally always held my stick
I think the
the
same
one
thing
way.
goes for if I was an ice hockey goalie. I think I would also be a left.
Interesting.
I'd have to sit with a
No, I just
setup
feel like I can't do it. No, I always say I'm like I'd be right-handed, which is goes against every other thing you're supposed to do.
I
Side
just,
again,
yeah,
side
again,
tangent.
tangent.
Um,
Whoopsies.
so forward defense goaltender. Each team, there's always two teams in a game, obviously. I shouldn't say obviously that I don't know. But
Two
um
teams.
yes, two teams for each game. Every team always has three forwards, two D men, one goaltender on the ice at all times, unless again there's a penalty, empty net situation. So 10 skaters and then two goaltenders, so 12 players on the ice at all times. Again, the goaltenders don't move, they just kind of chill over there 95%
Well,
of the time.
Yeah, and then there's a whole we should do a goalie episode explaining
We
like
should,
where they
because
can
that's
and
a whole
cannot go,
other,
what they can and cannot do, and because
yeah,
that's yeah. But there's a crease. The goalies have a so there's a net at the end of each rink, end of
yes,
each side of the rink.
right?
Um, Also, in case you're wondering, the blue lines on the ice is like where we get our name from.
Yeah. Oh my
So
God, do we?
it's kind
I
of
did
like if
not
like it's like we're sitting on the bench and we're reading a book during the period. Like that's kind
So
of like
like
where the
yeah,
idea came
there's
from.
blue lines and then like uh the red
The
line
red line's
is
the center,
center
which
ice. So
is
like we'd be sitting there
where like the
ish.
initial face-off happens at the beginning
Yeah,
of the
like where the
period
where a
after a
team's
goal.
logo is,
Yes.
center ice.
Center red line. And then there's the blue
Center
lines,
ice.
which is each team's like
Defense.
attacking zone or
Yeah.
defensive zone, depending on which way you're looking at it. Anyways,
That's why they call D-men blue liners, because they're always behind or near the blue
yes.
line. Haha. All right. We're getting
Um,
somewhere. We're doing this pretty well.
there's a net on each side of the ice. That's where you want the puck to go in. As my friend Marlena says, she views hockey as a bunch of grown men fighting over the last Oreo, and
I
you get to
mean,
eat the Oreo if you get it in the other person's net. And I'm like, okay, that's
wait,
a weird way to
that's
explain
so
it, but
real
okay.
though. It kind of makes sense.
So obviously the goal of hockey, which this feels so silly to me to explain, but like you want to put the puck,
Score.
yeah, in the other person's
Score.
net as many times as possible and not let it into your own, which is why the
It's
goalies
hard.
are there.
I don't know the exact dimensions of the net, but the net is small and a lot of goalies are pretty big.
Especially in comparison to a field hockey net, a soccer
Yeah.
net.
Soccer.
Um,
Soccer's like why would you give somebody that big of a net and you're an individual like person? That's crazy to me.
I will say it is bigger than a lacrosse net, if that's your frame of
It is.
reference. Um, so it's pretty small in comparison to the size of the goalies, because a lot of the goalies are six
Like
feet or
over
plus
6 foot.
in
Yeah.
the NHL. Um, and the amount of padding they have makes them really big and bulky.
It's hard.
They kind of own that
Mm.
crease. The crease is painted blue. Um, that's the goalie's
They're home.
area.
They're home.
You're not
They're not really
supposed to
supposed to
goal
leave.
in the goalie's area.
Yeah. I was gonna say nobody's welcome
That
in
is
there.
a whole other 50-hour conversation about goalie interference.
Yes.
But that's where the goalies stay. You are very, very rarely going to see a goaltender pop out past like the middle of their defensive zone. They might go behind the
Yeah.
net sometimes, and like maybe
Also,
they're not going to go past the blue line, if ever,
no. Also,
unless there's a
again, we
fight.
should probably just do a separate goalie
We should. We
one.
definitely should.
But when we get to this probably later on too, like as a skater, you have the most basic stats you can have are like goals you scored, assists, which is basically you pass the puck to the person who passed the puck to who scored. Like you
So it's
pass the
the
puck to the
last
person who
two
scores.
people to pass the
Yeah.
puck. And there's a primary and a secondary assist. So
Yes.
primary is so there's the goal scorer.
Yes.
The primary assist is who passes to the goal scorer, and then the secondary assist is who passes to the primary assist.
So like if I
Assists are
pass the
not required because you could steal the puck
no,
and then get it in.
you
So,
have breakaways. But like if I pass the puck to Ken's and Ken scores, she gets the goal, I get the assist. And then
yes.
those combine those two, you get points, which is a big thing. Anyway, that's like a big skater stats. The goalies have different stats of their own, but
Which is like
goalies
a save
can,
percentage and goals against
yes,
average.
and their record win percentage is a whole
That's a
other
whole
thing.
other
I know.
conversation
That's
though.
what I'm saying. I'm not getting into it. But goalies can score goals and they
Yes.
can pick up assists, which do
Yes.
count for them, but they are it's a lot more, assists are more common than goals,
It's less
but
of like
it
a
does happen.
oh, we're tracking which goalies have the most assists and goals this season, and it's more of like, oh my God, a goalie scored a goal.
Yeah, I
Like
love when I'm at work and like
it's always a
somebody's
fun
like,
thing.
I'm looking at like the score sheet and I'm like, oh my God, the goalie got an assist. And it's
Yeah.
crazy. So they can get those. It's not like their specific stat, but they can acquire them
Like no one is
depending on the game.
trading for a goalie or
No,
picking someone up in free
because
agency
you
because
scored a
they've scored
goal.
a goal. That's
No,
not
it
why
just
you have
sometimes
a goal.
happens. It just sometimes happens. And they can have them. They're not, again, that's not like their specific stat, but they
Yeah,
can have the skater stats as well, if that makes any sense. I feel like I made that super confusing.
it's okay. I
But
think that we both jumped the gun here. So let's go back to the
anyway,
game structure. So two teams. There's three 20-minute periods. They are called periods.
not quarters. Quarters means there's four.
Yes, so there's three
These are
20-minute
periods.
segments in a hockey game.
Yeah.
All 60 of those minutes are always played, barring the game being suspended for some reason.
Which again, I think has
W-
only happened like
Yeah, which doesn't happen.
one time, I think,
Um,
ever.
and then so in between the first and second and third, there's an 18-minute intermission. Again, that changes depending on what league you're at, whatever.
Hmm.
Um, during the regular season and preseason, I guess. No?
What? Yeah. No, they don't do over.
Anyways,
I
during
don't
the
know.
regular season,
I feel like nothing ever goes into overtime in the preseason.
I don't know. I like
That's a really anyway, that's irrelevant for right now,
so
but
during the
mhm.
regular season, so not playoffs, overtime is a 5-minute sudden death endeavor. So a hockey game
Mhm.
ends at the end of 60 minutes if one of the teams is up by one or more goals. The game could be 1-0, the game could be 7-6. The game could be 7-0. It does not matter. As long as one
Because
person
of
has more
margin.
goals, we win. They win.
Mhm.
If we are tied at the end of 60 minutes, then we go to an overtime. Again, I feel like this is so basic. I'm so sorry if I sound
Also,
like I'm
but
being condescending.
pointing out for anybody who might have a little more knowledge on hockey, there was a point where ties were ties, like they did not settle
Yes.
them. So if you go back and look at records from teams, I don't know the exact date off the top of my head because I know I look at them at work, but there will be a four like wins, losses, ties. No, there's not four. It'd be three. And then they changed the ties to overtime slash shootout, which is why we have this current setup. So that doesn't exist anymore. We can't have ties no matter what. They did used to do that though. So
So overtime is 5 minutes. Sudden death. Whoever scores a legal
stressful.
goal first wins.
Wins.
The
And
most
I didn't
annoying
put this
thing is
on
in
there.
overtime.
It's 3-on-3.
Yes.
I didn't put that on the sheet, but it is
So
three players,
so three skaters, just so we
skaters
can
with your
clarify.
goalie. Yeah.
Yes.
Not
So
5-on-5.
typically you're gonna start off with like two forwards and a defenseman. This
Mm-hmm.
is where you don't have to have a certain number of forwards or defensemen.
No, you
Also,
could put anybody out.
this isn't like football. Theoretically, if you wanted to, you could have five forwards on the ice. There's no one stopping you. Like during a regular
Oh,
period, like you could have
yeah.
five forwards. I
I was
don't
like, the
wouldn't
rule says
recommend it.
three. No, yeah, you could. Yeah,
You could. You
that is true.
shouldn't, but you could. And so
You
like
could.
during overtime, you're if you're on a really good kick, you might put all three forwards out there. Again, probably wouldn't
We've
recommend it.
had, I've seen ones where two, it's a D pair and one forward, whatever it is. You can do any combination of whoever you want. It's only three players, one team, three players, other team. Those are your skaters.
Again, penalties permitting.
Yes,
Um,
penalties permitting.
so 5 minutes, whoever scores wins. If no one scores at the end of that sudden death 3-on-3 overtime.
Which happens unfortunately more often than you think.
Yes. We go to a shootout.
Yay.
Your turn.
Everybody hates, first off, the shootout is like something that a lot of hockey fans absolutely hate. I don't mind it, but pretty much the way the shootout works is each team gets a minimum of three skaters to basically start at the center ice with the puck, and they face the opposing team's goalie. They wait for the ref to whistle, whoever it is. Again, this is any skater can go. So D-men, forwards, anybody can do this.
Again, we're
You
not
take
recommending you put out low cues
you
for
don't.
this.
I found that video the other day and I was like, what the heck is this? I totally forgot we experienced that in real life. Anyway,
Yeah.
player takes the puck down the ice, and the entire idea is they just have to try and score on the goalie.
Um,
If
one of the things that I think social media has conflated,
ooh,
there's no backwards movement of the puck
no,
allowed. You can't
you can
Michigan,
only
you
go
can't
straight.
spin, you can't, well,
To be
you can
fair,
maneuver, but you
yes, but you can
can't.
only move forward. Like you can only be going towards the net.
And I will say stick handling doesn't count. Like the little back and forth movement
Yeah,
that the puck does then, that's not what they mean. They mean like literal backwards, like pulling the puck back and then going back to
yeah.
like deke out the goal. You can't do
There
that.
are, if you like go on YouTube, there are players who are famous for going like exponentially slow towards the goalie to
Yeah.
pull a move. So that's allowed. The only thing is you just literally have to, like, when you start skating, you have to be moving forward. You cannot be moving back at any point. That doesn't exactly include the puck, that like Mackenzie just said. Um, each player gets 3 tries. If
Well, no,
Sorry,
each
each
team.
team gets 3 tries. I'm messing it up. If one team scores twice and the other team doesn't score any or only one, they win in the shootout. If neither team scores or there's no like differential to be, again, one has scored more than the other, the shootout goes until one team has scored one more goal than the other.
With the other
Which,
team having the chance to score.
yes,
It's
they go
kind of
back
like
and forth.
baseball innings where like if you're in the bottom of like if you won't play the bottom of the ninth if the home
Yeah,
team is
actually,
already
that's a good way.
winning.
Yes.
So in a shootout, like if you are the second team to shoot, like you're not going to get another chance to put another goal on the board if you're already
Yeah.
winning. I don't know if I
Another
explained
thing,
that correctly again, but I
no, I think
like
you did. Another thing is that even if after the first three, any player can go again. You can reuse players. You don't have to send out individual players all the time. So you can say, I had my first player goes back again on the fifth try. That's allowed. And again, any skater is allowed to do it. Goalies
also this
cannot do
is
shootouts.
NHL specific. That would be so
Yeah.
funny. Imagine Joey
Could you
Daccord
imagine?
going out for a shootout. He totally would.
Sorry, guys, I have no one left. Can you go do it? Like,
I still maintain that instead of an all-star game, we should have a goalie game.
yeah. Didn't somebody did that recently? Or they had a
Yeah,
specific thing.
I
And
just
I was
want
like,
it to
oh, that'd be
be
funny.
like an NHL goalie
I
game.
agree. Another note on this shootout before we move on, which I feel like is the most
Oh,
complicated thing
sorry.
we included on this.
What I was going to
Oh,
say is that this is NHL specific. The PWHL
yes,
does it differently, and the NCAA, which is the United States College Hockey division,
league.
does not do
Yeah,
shootouts. So
fun.
unless they've
The
changed
NHL
that
does.
recently, but we go to
That's
overtime where
fun.
then we
But
tie.
yeah, so also like Ken's mentioned the score being like if it's
I
5-4,
just
whatever.
can anyway.
Sorry. If you go into a shootout, say the score is tied 4-4, and none of the goals in the shootout actually count, they just give you
It's
like
like
a
a pity goal.
prize goal to
Yeah.
be like you scored more of the shootout goals, so now you win. So the score will end up being 5-4.
Yeah.
But
So if you
like if you
have,
score 4 goals in the shootout, those 4 goals do not count towards the score.
yes.
That does not happen.
And it
You just
doesn't
get
matter
a
how
point.
many goals you score. Like it's not like
Yes.
after you hit 10 goals, you get 2 points. Like you get one.
Yes. Also, my brain is in stats mode now. Um, Shootout goals do not count for a player's stats. The shootout goals are a separate thing. So there's
Yes.
like a shootout attempts, shootout like how many times they're successful, and then the shootout goals are a separate thing. They do
And
not
there's like a
count
percentage
towards,
that you
yeah.
look at.
But like when you look at a player and it's like, oh, they have 50 goals, the shootout goals, if they scored any, do not count in that. That's a regular
Yes.
game goal. Okay.
Um,
I think that's everything on shootouts. Like,
yeah, shootouts are probably like the most like, complicated thing to explain.
yeah.
So as far as like actual gameplay goes, there are two officials and
Mm-hmm.
two linesmen. The officials have a different colored armband on. So something to note is that if stripes, like the referees, they're called stripes
Yeah.
sometimes. If you see just stripes go up in the air, if an arm goes up, that there's an offsides or an icing.
Oh, sorry.
If arm goes up and there's an orange band on it, or like in the PWHL, it's still purple, I
Purple.
think.
Yeah, it's still
Um,
purple, which I love.
yes, I love that. There's a penalty on the play.
Something happened. Think of the penalties are like the flags on the play for football. It's
Yes,
literally that. Just
it's when
somebody
you
has
do
to,
something you're not supposed to do.
yeah, which is a lot
Um,
of them.
Play stops when a goal is scored.
Correct.
Play stops when an icing occurs.
Correct.
Play stops when an active offsides is committed.
Mm-hmm.
Play also stops when the puck leaves the playing area. So if it
It goes
goes
over the
into
glass.
the bench, goes over the
Yep.
glass, or if there is a net and it touches the net.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean a net protecting the crowd, not the net of the goal. The play is also stopped if the goaltender covers the puck.
Yeah.
Or in some cases, when there's a scramble around the net, if the um, officiants lose sight of the puck
They
and
just whistle.
determine that they like definitely cannot see it, they will blow the whistle.
Yeah.
Play also stops when a penalty occurs.
Hmm.
Once the offending team touches the puck. So that's
Yeah,
when
because
you
there
get
can be
into like
delayed
you pull the
penalties.
goals for a delayed penalty. Yeah. So
Yeah.
the play also will stop on occasion if a player is seriously injured.
That was the one I was gonna say.
I don't think I'm missing anything. Also, like if an officiant gets seriously injured,
Yeah.
the play will stop sometimes. That's all I
I
can
think that's
think
it.
of.
Um, they will also usually, again, goalie specific, if the goalie's helmet comes off,
Oh yeah,
that's an immediate whistle.
it should be. Um,
Sometimes it takes them a while, but if the goalie loses their helmet, that's a whistle, just so they can get it back. Obviously, a safety issue.
Not
Um,
the same for the players.
no.
Oh, also if there's a fight,
Um, yeah.
typically they'll blow it.
But we said that scramble. Oh, well, same thing. Yes.
Well,
Like a
no,
full fight.
I meant a scramble in front of the net like they can't see the puck. I meant more of like fists are
Oh,
being thrown.
okay. I was thinking like a scrum, but okay. Makes sense.
Okay, yeah, no. So what
I
I
got it.
meant
Either
of
way,
like, yeah, I meant like just like a scramble in
they're
front of the
trying to
net
score.
trying to
Okay.
score. Yeah, no,
Get it.
if
I get it.
like if a player's helmet pops off,
They just have to go
they
off.
they have to go off. But they're not going to blow the play dead unless there's a
No.
reason the helmet came off, meaning they got punched in the face.
Yeah.
In which case, play stops, but the fight doesn't stop until
No.
depending on when the ref
They
decides to
decide.
call it.
Yeah.
So sometimes fights are pretty common in hockey. It's like an integral
They
part of the
are.
game, I think. I think it's why a lot of people like the game because it's so violent and aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. I those are all the reasons I can think of why play stops. And
I
then
think that's right.
to restart play, there's something called a face-off.
Face off.
So
They happen at multiple places.
there's a few different places. There are two face-off circles in each end.
So, mm-hmm.
There are a few other dots along like the blue lines,
Center, yeah.
and then there's the center ice. Um,
Which every game will always start with a face off at
every
center ice.
period will always start with a face-off
Yes.
at center ice, and every after every goal is scored, you will drop the
Always in
puck
the,
at
they
center
always
ice.
like to reset center as a center ice. So yeah.
Yes. Um, so that is like the general flow of a hockey game in like the simplest terms I can
Actually
explain
how
it.
it moves. Yeah, I think that works. I don't think you've missed anything.
Okay, fantastic.
Also, I think while we're here, I don't know if this exactly goes in this category.
Okay.
Um, and I don't know how to explain this that makes sense because there's probably a system to it that I don't understand because I don't play hockey. Um, when you look at a roster, I also should have said how many people are on a roster. Usually it's 23 people on a roster for a team. Um, when you have your three forwards, it's called a line, and your D pairs
Yes.
are called D pairs because there's two of them. Basically, though, they're not. I didn't say this because I feel like it's inferred, but you may not know it. The lines will go off in shifts.
Well, no, because that doesn't happen in other
I
sports all
know.
the time. So yeah, let's
So,
explain that.
like, what you have when you look at like a roster breakdown, there's always four lines for your forwards, three D pairs, and there's always one your like starter goalie and a backup
Pause.
goalie.
Hold. If anyone's watching the video, my leg is stuck and I'm just trying to move
Oh
it.
no.
Please just listen to Bree for a second while I try to.
So when you start a game, you usually end up putting your best line against their team's best line, your best D pair against their best D pair, goalie goalie. Shifts typically, I'm crying at Kenz's face if you are seeing this YouTube video. Um,
I sit. Okay, pause.
oh yeah, her setup is
I
crazy.
sit
Pause.
in like a
Sit in it.
little 2 foot, not even 2 foot space between my bookshelf and my bed. This chair is so uncomfortable. And also, I
You're
fidget.
struggling.
So I move my legs and today I had my foot wedged in between my chair and my bed, and so it was kind of like stuck, and then it went
Why?
numb because it was comfortable, and then it
Oh
went
my God.
numb, and then I had to move it, and then my hip locked, and then my butt was numb.
Bad time.
I'm like trying to move without knocking my computer over.
Oh my God. Okay. Well,
We're
did you do it?
fine. It's
Okay.
fine. We got it. I just
All
my
right.
leg's gonna have pins and needles now.
Oh, that's not fun. Um,
Continue.
okay. Four forward lines, three D pairs, goalie, two goalies. But basically, when you start a game or when a game starts, the shifts for each player typically last around like 30 to 45 seconds forward wise. I say defense is probably almost the same. They might go a little longer
Defense is a
because there's
little bit
less of
longer.
them. Like I'd say closer to a minute.
Yeah.
Some players in overtime or if there's a penalty, like they will. I have seen shifts that go upwards of over a minute and a half if you get stuck in your own zone.
We've seen over 3 minutes
2 minutes,
depending
yeah,
on
like
what the situation is.
but that's like not normal.
No.
Usually it's you get on the ice for 30, 45 seconds, you get off, and
Also,
you
for
go to your
anyone,
bench.
not to sound like a straight man right now, but if anyone thinks that 30 seconds isn't a long time,
Go play ice hockey yourself.
yeah.
Go try it. Because I couldn't probably even last 30 seconds at the speed that
No,
they're
it's
skating at.
yeah, like these men are skating like 20 to 25 miles an hour on like some of
And
their high
all that
intensity
padding on?
bursts. Yep.
No,
Like
no.
also it's freezing. Like
Yeah.
30 seconds is a long time to
And
be
you have
doing
to
what
hit
they're
people
doing.
and you have to get a puck and use your stick. No, I will
Yeah.
fully admit I could not do it.
So, like
So
I know that it seems like such a short amount of time, but
it
also
really isn't though.
I think what's interesting about hockey, because like when you have like basketball, you have to like sub them in and out. Soccer, you have to sub them in
Yeah.
and out. Football, you have a defensive line and an O line, and
Hmm.
you only do that when you're running an offensive or defensive play.
Yeah.
Hockey just keeps going.
All the time.
The momentum
So
is
is it
constantly
like,
switching between offensive and defense, and you need to know
yeah,
who works best with who. And sometimes, like, yes, you have those four lines, but those aren't
they
always the
move.
lines that go out. You might have one
Yeah.
player who can get off, and you have to then mix two lines together, and then you have to reset your whole thing. And it's such a, it's like an art form, I think, when you like pay attention to that part of hockey,
Yeah.
which is also why I think that, like, if you think that this episode is stupid, maybe
Sorry.
tune back in now because it
Yeah.
there are more complex parts of the game that I think that people don't understand,
I agree.
which is why coaches are so instrumental and why special teams coaches are so instrumental. And hockey only
Yeah.
works when everyone works together really, really well. And I think that
Mm.
it's why, like, okay, not to get too into the weeds here, but like Sidney Crosby, one of the best hockey players ever, arguably,
Yes.
right? Takes an 8.7 AAV contract, which is an average annual value. Um, which so he gets paid $8.7 million a year for the length of his contract. The top players in the league right now are making more than $10
Highest is
million dollars.
14. Yeah.
Sidney Crosby could have easily asked for more money. Instead, he takes
Also,
less money in an attempt to make the entirety of the Pittsburgh Penguins work together better. Not that that has necessarily worked,
no, but
but
I'm also gonna say in Sid's case specifically, that man is the most
well,
not
yes,
suspicious.
superstitious.
Superstitious. So his number is 87. He was born in 1987. He literally picked 87 as the numeral digit for what he gets paid because it's a number.
Yes.
So, but that is a good example of being like, I'll take less money so you get
But
a better
like
team. But
hockey
yes,
is one of the teamiest of team sports.
it is.
You cannot win with one player. You cannot win with like
Two
and like
players.
there's no quarterback. There's a captain.
No,
I don't know. Like it's a very different sport.
it is.
So,
But yeah, remember the shifts. Also remember that even though it's 30 seconds, a lot of players play upwards of 20 minutes a night, like
yes.
collectively. Again, defense end up being a little higher. But some of them will play over 30 minutes a game, which is crazy.
Quakers.
Um, yeah. I think that's it though. That's shift wise.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make like when they're not all on the ice at the same time.
Yes.
Ever.
Yes.
All the time. But
Also, if you are new, we don't shut up.
that's a very
So,
common theme.
yeah, I don't I think that we covered most of like the basic play, right?
Do we want to talk penalty kill power play?
So I think
Or
I know that
no, because it's penalties.
we can do a longer episode on penalties. What I will
Yeah, it's
say
a lot
is
more.
that there is a whole handbook, like rule book that you can read. We can link it in the show notes.
It's so fun.
I love it because I love
It is.
technicalities and I love looking into like why certain things are and are not allowed. I know there was a game in like 2022, I want to say, where there was a goal that was allowed that made me so angry
Why do I feel like I remember this?
because I've explained it before. It was a goaltender interference goal during the playoffs, and it
Yeah,
like
why?
I want to say it was Carolina. Anyways, I spent the
Okay.
rest of my summer like reading the whole like rule book and being like, I don't think that was goaltender interference, or like it was, and
9%
I
of the time it was. It
so.
isn't.
Anyways, there are a lot of rules, there are a lot of penalties. Um, there are a lot of
It was a
explanations for
Rangers goal. Is that the one you're talking about?
was it disallowed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Against Pittsburgh? Yeah. Okay.
No.
Oh, that's what this one says. I know, I Googled it.
I want to say it was against Carolina.
I'll have to find it.
We can look for it.
Now I'm like interested because I'm like, what are you talking about?
I don't know.
Anyway.
Anyways,
Anyway.
um there are a lot of like explanations of when. Oh, okay. So two things I mentioned earlier about why play starts and stops.
Yeah.
Icing and offsides. Offsides is easier to explain. So, if we remember those blue lines we were talking about,
Yep.
cool.
They're important.
If you are an attacking player and you are heading to the opposing team's goaltender, you want to score, you want to get in zone,
Hmm.
you have to be onside. I'd say that's a rule for most sports.
I think I would say it doesn't exist. It has to exist in almost everything. It has
Yeah,
like
I mean, it doesn't
that's
really apply to
structured like that.
baseball, but like,
No, but like a field, like when it's structured with lines like that, I feel like it does.
yes. So the deal is if you are attacking, the puck has to cross the line before you do. And by that we mean your skates. And by
Hmm.
that we mean both of your skates.
Hmm.
Because hockey is complicated.
This
Um,
is also something that they'll spend like minutes watching camera footage to see if the puck
like
crossed the
by
line before like
millimeters.
the tip of your blade.
Yes.
It gets that close.
And people argue whether or not that should be a, a reviewable offense and how long it should be reviewed and when it should be able to be reviewed. Because if you're offsides and they miss it, your goal can be disallowed. But
Which
if you were
means it's taken
offsides
back.
5 minutes ago and the refs didn't
Yeah,
catch it and you've been in zone for 5 minutes,
doesn't count. Like they don't care.
should it count? Does it matter? Like it's a whole argument.
It is.
Anyways, the puck
Like
has to
many
cross the line
penalties that
before you
exist in
do.
sport. Yeah.
Yes. So the puck has to cross the line before you do. Unless you are deemed to have control of the puck. Like if you're skating backwards, but you fully have the puck in your possession, it's like kind of okay. It depends on the day.
Hmm.
That is the basic rule. The puck has to go in the zone before you go in the zone. So you can't just have a player babysitting the goaltender
No.
ready for a pass. Like
It's
that's not allowed.
illegal. It's
That,
illegal.
however, would be offsides, but they're not going to blow it dead. They're only going to blow it dead once the puck enters the zone or like they
Yeah.
touch the puck in the zone. It's a whole thing.
It's
That's when play is blown dead, is when a play goes offsides. The other thing is icing. Icing occurs when you are on your defensive zone of the red line, which is the center
hmm
line of the ice, and you pass, shoot, move the puck, and it crosses the goal line on the other side of the ice. So where that red line of the goal is on the other side of the ice, if
hmm
it passes that, no one touches it, no one tips it, nothing. It's considered an
I
icing.
I see.
So if you go from a little over halfway to the end of the rink, icing. And again, this is your skates are on that side.
Yeah.
Um, if someone touches it, even if it's by accident, not an icing. And it doesn't really matter who touches it, whether
Yeah.
like
This
whatever
has to be
team it is. It
touched.
just has to be touched, not by an official.
Yeah. A
Although,
player,
yeah.
skater, someone on the ice playing with a uniform on, not a ref uniform. I'm like,
Um,
yeah, uniform. Wait, actually, sorry. They're all wearing
well,
a uniform. It's okay. Just kidding.
that's a fun fact is that you can't score a goal off of a ref.
True.
Like if it hits a ref's like skate or body and goes
Yeah,
in,
it doesn't
doesn't count.
count. But
Which is
sorry.
kind of annoying, I guess. It
Yeah.
happened during an NCAA. playoff game 2 years ago, I want to say, and it was so funny to see like the crash out. And I was like,
Really?
that's a rule, guys.
Yeah, like,
Because to
hello.
be fair, it was a sick goal before it was
Oh,
disallowed.
that's so upsetting.
I'll have to find the video and show it to you. I don't remember what game it happened during.
It's okay.
So those are two of the instances in which the play stops that are not a penalty.
Yeah.
But if you ice the puck, you have to go all the way back to your defensive zone for the draw, for the
Mm-hmm.
face-off. And all of the skaters who were on the ice when you iced it have to be on the ice for the face-off. The other team can
Yeah.
change.
Mm-hmm.
It is just the like offending team that committed the icing.
Yeah.
Same
You
thing
can't
when you're
change.
offsides, they take the puck out of the zone and they drop it like on that blue line typically. Or like right inside the center ice area of the
True.
blue line. Um, Unless it was like an intentional offsides, and then sometimes they'll move it further. And again, there's more rules.
There's so many. I was like thinking about it and I was like, oh my God, so many rules.
Yes. Also,
So
like
many.
intentional offsides can sometimes be considered like a more egregious offense. And again, it's like
Yeah.
subjective.
A lot of the hockey rules are kind of pretty subjective, but
Um,
different story for a different day.
yes. So when a penalty occurs, and we're going to have two sections here because there's a section for the NHL and there's a section for the PWHL.
Mm,
The NHL is pretty point blank period. So there's five skaters on each team. Cool, right? One of them, the person on team A commits a penalty. Team A has
box.
four skaters for 2 minutes or 5 minutes, or sometimes four, depending on if it's
Mm,
a minor penalty, a double minor penalty, which typically is a minor penalty that resulted in blood being
yeah.
drawn. Then you get a 4 minute penalty, or a 5 minute major, which is something so egregious that it's like a fight, a major roughing, head
Yeah.
contact. Those are 5 minute penalties. Sometimes you can get a 5 minute for like unsportsmanlike conduct if you're cursing out a referee. Um,
Hmm.
there are also bench minors, which are going to be 2 minute penalties, which is when you have too many men on the ice, or sometimes if a coach is cursing out a referee,
Yeah.
the team will serve a 2 minute minor, which is then someone who was on the ice when the penalty was committed has to then
Has to go.
serve.
They do the same thing. Like if the goalie gets a penalty, the goalie cannot sit in the box. They just send a skater over to sit in the box for the
Yeah,
goalie's penalty. So,
because it's not reasonable to
so
have a backup goaltender go out for two
yes,
minutes.
I think I had to look this up at work once that I don't know if it's still a rule, and I feel like you would know. In the NCAA, they do let goalies serve
I don't
penalties.
know that I've ever seen it, and I would need to like look
Like
up the
it's like a
rules.
legit rule though. Like
Yeah,
they will, and I'm like, that's kind of funny. Like I love for them to be like, sorry, go
go.
sit in the box for 2 minutes and come back out. I know it's like impossible for the backup goalie, but I think it'd be
Yeah.
hilarious to
But
see them
so
skate over there.
it's typically two, four, or five. There is an option for a 10-minute game misconduct, which you also then get
Don't come
kicked from
back.
the game.
Yep.
Um, Sometimes on a 5 minute major, if there's less than 5 minutes remaining in the period, they'll just go sit in the locker room instead of go sit in the box.
Also, if you're like serving a penalty or you're on the power play, that time and the period ends, whatever time hasn't run out just rolls over to the next period.
Yes.
And if the game ends, the game ends.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And same applies for overtime. Like if you get a
Yeah,
penalty in the last like 30 seconds of the third period, it'll carry
it will
over
roll
into
over.
overtime.
Yeah. So like the time doesn't like go away.
Assuming there's only one penalty being served, you're going to play 5-on-4. And the penalty ends. So the team with five players is on a power play. The team with four players is on a penalty kill.
Hmm.
You could have a 3-on-2, depending on
Yeah.
like how many players get
Five
penalties
on
at one
three.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. 4 on 4 is a lot of different
Um,
variations.
which 4-on-4 does get like a little bit more complicated when you have
It
matching
does.
minors with when the penalty ends. However,
That's what I mean. This could be like
typically,
a separate.
typically, when you have a 2 minute minor and the team on the power play scores a goal, the power play ends. Penalty is over. You come out of the box. You go back to 5-on-5. You're just down a goal.
You're done. Yeah.
If you
Also,
score,
yeah, you're gonna say it.
I'm not going to say it yet. I'm going to explain the NHL first.
Yeah, that's what I know you're gonna say.
If you score,
That's what
nothing
I was gonna
happens. Like if you're down 4-5 and it's cool. You served,
shorthanded goal.
yeah, Lovely.
Yeah, which does count,
Good for
but
you.
shorthanded goal. The power play
Um,
still continues, but you do get a goal for it.
if you have a 5 minute major, you can score as many times as you want. The penalty's not going to end. That's like your
Yeah.
penance for getting a 5 minute major.
Most I feel like I don't think I've ever seen. I don't know if there's been more than like 2 goals scored on a
I'm just saying, you
major,
could
but
score
yeah, it is
10 and it
possible.
doesn't matter.
I know.
You're not
I'm
going
just
to
like,
end the
wait, has that
penalty.
happened? But yeah.
Um, so that's how it works in the NHL. In the PWHL, there's a few rule differences. It's the same concept of if you get a penalty, whatever, whatever. However, if you are assessed a penalty, so Team A is assessed a penalty in the PWHL, which again, the women's hockey league that exists.
Hmm.
There's this thing called the no escape rule, and it means that whoever is on the ice when the penalty is committed for the offending team has to stay on the ice.
Yeah,
So
they
if one
can't
of your
change.
defenders gets a penalty and you had a typical 3-2-1 structure there, you have three forwards and one defender to start the the penalty kill, which sucks.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
that's a different thing that the PW enacted last season.
Hmm.
I need to pay more attention to it this season and see how it actually like affects teams, but I feel like it definitely gives you more of a reason to not want to have a defender in the box, at least
Yeah.
partly. The PWHL also has a different rule. It's called the jailbreak rule,
This
where
is
if,
arguably my favorite thing ever.
yes, and a lot of people would like to see the NHL adapt this as well.
Yeah.
If you are shorthanded, so you're four, they're five, and you score a goal, you break out of jail.
Penalty over,
Yeah.
which means
Which,
the team on the power play doesn't get to continue to attempt to score on the power play because
yeah.
you ended it.
Which that also, I want to say that only applies for minors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only a 2 minute. Yeah, it's only a minor.
So
Could you imagine if it was a five? Oh, that would
I'm
be
just saying,
terrible. I
yes.
know, but like, could you imagine? Like, I have 5 minutes. Psych.
30
You're
seconds
done
later,
in 30 seconds. I was gonna
Hulen
say,
scores, and you're like, ah,
never
crap.
mind, never mind. I'm done.
Although she's typically the one in the box. So
Yes,
I love her,
but
but she's feisty. So that's like how penalties work. Again, we could get into all of the rules, all of the
it's a
penalties,
very
all of it. That's
basic
another,
version.
but this is just like how the game
Yeah.
goes. As
And I will say,
far,
when you're watching games, like on TV, they will always designate what team has the power play, and they'll leave the time up so you know
yes.
how long it is. And if you go to games in person and you hear it on TV, a lot of teams have a funny little noise they'll play when the person gets out of the box, so you
Yeah.
know that they're coming back on the ice,
So like the
which I think
Islanders, I
is
want to say
funny.
is like the Mario power up
Yeah,
sound
which I think
thing.
the Avs started, now everybody does it.
Yeah.
But yes, it's usually like a cute little noise where it's like,
Yes.
okay, and then you can see them. Also, it's not a rule that if you come out of the box, you can just join the play and then score a goal, which has
Yeah.
happened.
You
But you,
could.
yeah.
Doesn't happen
So
often.
it
Typically
doesn't
it's
happen often,
like
but it can.
it depends on like how the flow of the game is going. Like if one of
Yeah.
your top stars is in the box and you can get the momentum back
Like,
with the rest of your
okay,
first
have fun.
line, they'll
Yeah.
join. If not,
Yeah.
typically they'll like go over and
Just back to ice. But yes, they're the bench, not the ice. It's all on ice.
so hockey's on ice. That's
It is,
crazy.
yeah, in case you didn't know, it's frozen. Frozen
Ice
water
hockey is in fact played on ice with
on ice.
knives on their feet. It's crazy.
Yes.
So I think that's good. We have a note here about the league structure.
Yeah, I only put the NHL. With P-Dub, we can't even talk P-Dub because I don't even know what they're gonna.
Like we don't actually know if
We
they're
don't even
splitting or
know.
not.
We don't even
So
know. Wait, that's actually crazy. Good thing I
in the
didn't put that in next. I
in
was
the
like,
quickest way possible, explain the league structure for the
okay,
NHL.
ready?
Yes.
There's 32 teams in the entire NHL. They are all spanned across the United States, and there are 7 teams in Canada, which seems backwards to me, but that's how it works. 32 collective teams.
Yes.
2 conferences. There's an Eastern Conference and a Western Conference.
Yes.
It is based on location. All of the Eastern teams in both Canada and the US are in the Eastern Conference. Western Conference is all the Western teams in Canada and the US.
Although some people would argue if they're actually in the West or
There are,
not. But there are a lot of
yes,
teams
there
on the
are a
East,
lot
so
that
it's
go back
hard
and
to
forth.
like, yeah.
Within each division, there are what we call, sorry, in each conference, they are what we call divisions, and they are basically a collection of 8 teams that go in each division. So in the East, you have the Metropolitan and the Atlantic, which accounts for all 16 teams in the East. In the West, you have the Central Division and the Pacific, which again counts for all 16 teams in the West.
Those teams are weirdly scattered throughout the
They are very
divisions.
weird.
No one knows
The
how to
Central
explain
is the
it.
weirdest one, I think, and the Metro is also very weird.
Well,
But
because explain to
basically,
me why the Boston Bruins are not in the Metropolitan Division.
I don't know. I don't know. Why are the Canes
I don't know. I don't
like
know.
that's not in a metro? They're the one that I'm like, huh? You're
Like
not
they
even
sh
close to
I don't
like
know.
a.
I don't
So
know.
there is an argument that you could try and you could rework said divisions because
Yes.
teams have moved. Like the Blue Jackets weren't in the Metro for a while; they were in the Central, and then it's a confusing thing how they end up doing that. But 8 teams in each division, 4 divisions, 2 divisions in each conference, 2 conferences,
Yes.
1 league, 32 teams.
Yay.
Um, They, as of right now, this season, they play 82 games. You, as a team, play 41 games at your home arena and then 41 games visiting all the other 31 teams in the league.
And
Typically
every team
conference,
plays every team every
yes,
season at least
yeah.
once.
Typically, if it's conference to conference, it's usually only one game, like one home game, one away game. When you're playing in your division, it's a lot more. Like you play, I think typically 3 to 4 times you see the
Yeah.
teams in your division. But yeah, every team will always play every other team in the league.
Yeah.
Um,
It's not like the Jets and Giants that only play once every
yeah,
like 4 or 5 years.
4 years, which is crazy. Um, the structure of how we determine playoffs and like
Those
where
general
you get
standings.
points.
Yeah.
Yes, standings. Unlike the P-Dub, which I also like how they do it, but the NHL does not do it.
Yes.
Um, when you look at a team's record, it goes wins, losses, and overtime, which basically is overtime and shootout losses. For a regulation win, you get 2 points. Also, sorry, regulation, overtime, or shootout win, 2 points.
Any kind
Regulation
of
loss,
win.
yeah. Regulation loss, you get absolutely nothing, 0 points. And overtime or shootout loss, you only get 1 point, which a lot of people call the loser point because you get it for just showing up and not winning the game.
Yeah. So it's two, one, or zero. Those are your
Yes,
options. Have fun.
yes. And then based on how many points you have as a team is how they determine you in the playoffs. So again, I just said 8 teams in each division. The top 3 teams in every division automatically make the playoffs. The first team in every division, what we call winning the division, because they are the highest team in that division. First 3 are automatic to get in, and then
Yes.
I this is like the funniest thing to describe, but we have a wild card structure in the NHL. So I'm going to try and explain it so it makes sense. So we're going to take the Eastern. Top 3 teams in the Atlantic make the playoffs. Top 3 teams in the Metro make the playoffs. The rest of the teams are fighting to make what we have as called the 2 wild card spots. And any team in the Atlantic or the Metro can make it. Like last season, I think all of the teams, they were both Atlantic teams because it was,
hmm
yeah. So there's not a regulation to be like one
So
has to be one division, one has to be the other. It's
so the
just who
way
has the
that
most
it
points.
goes, so it's top three, top three. And then they put
Top
it
three,
in
top three.
order of the conference.
Yeah,
And then so it's like the top two in the conference who are not already in the playoffs then get
yeah.
pushed.
So
Also, the thing that is difficult here is it's not necessarily the top 16 teams in the league make the
no,
playoffs, which a lot of people are pushed like are advocating that we should go back to that format.
yeah.
Um, because currently, like I want to say last season the Flames had more points than the Devils did, but the Devils
And they
made the
had more points than
playoffs
and then the
than the
Canadiens too.
Canadians, yeah. And so like the
Yeah,
Canadians made the playoffs, the Flames did. And people were like,
and the
that
Flames
just
didn't.
makes no sense.
Yeah,
Also, there are many tie breaks.
yeah.
So there's
First one's regulation
points.
wins.
So
Yeah,
like
points,
it goes by
obviously.
points, and then there's like yeah, regulation
There's a lot.
wins,
There's a lot.
percentage, goals scored, like your goal
Basically,
differential, like it gets complicated.
as a team though, like you want to win in regulation, win in any general because a lot of teams that end up piling up like overtime losses end up losing points that would have made them get into the
Yes.
playoffs. So
So
you
but
want
like
to win.
but that being said, you also, especially if you're playing a division rival, you
Yeah,
want to win in regulation as much as possible because you don't want it to come down to like overtime
the tiebreaker.
losses,
Yeah, that
like
too.
they have more, whatever.
Yeah. So,
So in the P-Dub, just like points wise, they have a 3-2-1-0 system. So
which we
it's
love.
3 points for a regulation win, 2 points for an overtime win, 1 point for an overtime loss, and 0 points for a regulation loss.
Regulation. Yeah.
Um, Again, their
They also
shootout's
do
also
that
a
in
little bit
the
different.
they do that in the AHL too. The 3-2-1-0.
Well, the AHL also is
Or
like
the
very
four.
complicated with how they play
Yeah, it's so
everything.
confusing. But like that standing, those standings are different.
Yeah,
So like again, if you look at standings in the PW, you'll see four numbers in their records, and then
yeah.
team records in the NHL will only have three. That's why.
Um, so just like that's the basic breakdown of hockey and how the hockey season works, at least in the NHL.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, we haven't heard word yet from the PWHL, which just expanded to have 8 teams.
Yeah, I feel like when we get closer to the season and we do like a little preview, we'll be able to be like, okay, so here's what
We don't know if they're
we've
changing the
got.
playoffs or what they're doing,
Yeah.
so we'll update you guys as we know. Um, the NHL season starts on Tuesday, October 7th. I want to say
Woohoo!
ESPN has the rights to all three of those
All three.
games.
Please
Um,
send your thoughts my way because I could
yeah.
be there till like 2 o'clock in the morning. It's fine. I signed up for it.
Um, so we are in the middle of like rookie camp and like our
Prospect camps,
prospect
things.
games and
Yeah.
stuff, which are typically played like in division or like within Canada. They do some
But
of
by the
them.
time people hear this, training camps will be like
Well,
almost pretty much starting.
preseason, yeah, training camp starting this week. Preseason starts on the 21st,
20th, 20th. There is
20th,
a game on the
20th.
20th. 21st, like a lot more. There is, I
Sorry,
think it's like Blues and
my
somebody,
preseason starts on the
but
21st.
there's a game on the 20th.
And
So
then
yes.
the season starts on the 7th, and we are so excited to do this and talk about it and cover even more hockey. We don't have a start date for the PWHL yet. We will tell you guys as soon as we have one, and we can give that information to you, um, which hopefully is soon because their season
I would hope so.
starts soon-ish,
Hope
theoretically.
so.
Based on like last year, it was like around December, Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So, a few months.
But yeah, if you have any questions, let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
We'll
Let us know
happily.
what you want us to do more of a deep dive in. Let us know what else you want us to talk about this season on the podcast. Go make sure that you like, go check out our website and stuff. Also, if any of this was confusing, there will be a written version. If you need like clarity on anything. So that's gonna be written by Brianna. I don't know if she knows that yet, but
I don't, but I basically have like this thing sitting
yes.
here. So I mean,
Brianna's writing an article. She's good at it. Go read it. Yeah. Okay. If you've been here for a while, thanks for being here. We appreciate
thanks.
you.
Happy you're back.
Yeah. Are you, I want to try to do this more regularly. Are you currently reading anything?
I yes,
Okay.
2 books. The one I'm physically reading. Long story short, I joined a readathon with like a Swifty book club that I follow on my Bookstagram.
Naturally. Yes.
Yes, I do it. I think it's in my third year doing it. Um, I just read two back-to-back five stars, and this one is like disappointing me. It's a third book in the selection series, which I've read
Aw.
ages ago. I just think I came off two back-to-back really good books, and my brain's like not computing it.
So do you want to tell everyone what the back-to-back books were then?
Um, one I just finished was Summer in the City by Alex Astor,
Okay.
Chef's Kiss, and I don't know why I can't
Is
tell you
Was it
the
One Last
one.
Summer?
Yes, just for the
Okay.
summer. Just
Just for the summer.
that book. You guys, I don't even know how like blueprint for a man. That's all I gotta say.
Got it.
Like it's just it was so good. I ended up crying my eyes out reading it, which normal experience for me because I cry at like everything, but so good, so good. The one I'm listening to as an audiobook is called Last Night Was Fun, and I'm absolutely loving that one.
Lovely.
So, but it's very much up my alley because the main characters work together in baseball stats and they end up like texting each other, but they don't know they're texting each other and they hate each other at work. And then they're like, wait, we're falling in love.
Yeah,
And I
I
was like,
think you
okay.
texted me and you're like, I need you to listen to this book now. And I
It's
was
very
like,
good. It's very good. It's like brand new. I think it came out in like June. But I'm eating it up. So that's what I'm currently reading.
lovely.
Are you reading it? Oh, you are reading
I
something.
am reading something that is taking me through the fucking ringer mentally. Um, It's called A Photo Finish. It's by Elsie Silver. It's that Gold Rush Ranch series. So if you know her like main series, like the Flawless, Fearless, Flawless, um,
Yeah.
it's like the prequel series to that.
Didn't you read one of the you read the first one of that
I read the
earlier
first one.
this?
This is the
Yeah,
second
okay,
one.
that's what I thought.
Um,
Gee, she writes books so fast.
yeah. Well,
That's
no, I think
crazy.
all of them are out for the series already.
Oh,
They've
okay.
been out. And then she just came out with Wild Card, I want to say, which is the fourth
Yeah, and the one that I
book
started,
in the Rose Hill Ranch series.
that's when I started. That I still
So,
have not read more than one book of.
yeah.
But I'll
But I
get there.
told you I need you to go back and read your like the main
I
like the
know.
book
Isn't that
talk
one like
series
six
first.
books though?
Yeah, I don't care, Brianna, read it.
Okay. No, I will. Maybe that's what I'll be in
Um,
the fall. When I like get all my hockey books, I'll just like go
yeah.
from the hockey books to those and I'll be living my best life with
I'm
the
trying to
books
I'm trying to get my cowboy romances like done
in
soon
the summer.
'cause yeah,
Is that one also a cowboy romance?
it is. They're like
Oh wait,
okay,
it's a prequel, so it has to be.
this series is less
Cowboy-y?
cowboy, more um so like the first they own a horse racing ranch.
Oh, this okay, I think you kind of said this.
So the first book was about a horse trainer and the guy who owns the farm.
The horse. Oh,
And like yeah, like the horse's owner. And
okay.
then the second book is about that horse's jockey and the brother of the owner. So he runs like the mining company side of things.
Okay.
The third book is about another like very high profile horse owner and a veterinarian.
Ooh.
And then I don't remember what the fourth book is about. But like it's cowboy adjacent. Like I don't want to call them cowboy romances, but they're
No,
definitely
but
like
it's like cowboy related, but not full cowboy.
they're on a
Does
ranch.
that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's more
Okay, I love
like
it.
it's like a mix of like high society and a but like I am very excited for like my Dark Academia fall books
You read
when
a
it
lot of
has
those, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, okay. I
But
don't
like
think I've
not nearly as
ever.
much as I want to, so I want to read more of them. So if you have any
I feel like
recommendations,
that fits your vibe so
yes.
well. Yes.
Brianna and
Because
I have had multiple conversations over the last few weeks about how we are very similar people, but very different at the same time.
you know what I just thought of? You know that I think it's considered a meme now, but the houses, like the pink house and then the dark
Yes.
house, that's us.
Yes.
That's literally when you see the two of us together, that's Ken's and I. Like
Especially because I don't think I'm tall, but in comparison to you, I'm
to me,
super
anybody's
tall.
tall comparing comparison to
Um,
me.
so I'm like tall. I have like claws for nails. I have like the weirdly dyed hair, and I look mean. I wear all black most of the time. I have piercings. I'm covered in tattoos. Like I look like a horrible person. You wear
Untrue.
no, I look mean, Brianna, and that's okay. I'm
Yeah,
okay
but
with
not a
that.
horrible person.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
You wear flowers and pastels and frizzy colors and your hair is all blonde and pretty and
The only tattoo I have is of a ladybug. I
yeah.
have like
Like you look nice. I look mean and I'm okay with that. But
yeah, it works out.
but
That's the dynamic.
the last few weeks we've been having like a it's just come up a lot, like the differences between our personalities. And it's just very funny.
Uh,
Um,
yeah,
so if you're ever on our social media and you're like, wow, that comment sounds mean, it's probably me.
I can't be mean. Well, I could be, but I'm 95% of the time I'm not.
It's me.
Yeah, it's
It's
Ken's usually.
typically
If you get like a really nice one with a lot of exclamation points, that's me.
not always,
But
because I like exclamation points, but
I know, but I
it's
never.
funny.
True, I'm never not respect. If you get anything with me with a period at the end of it,
Yes.
not good,
But I
not
think
good.
it's just funny because like we both read an exorbitant amount of romance, but like I have started getting more into like the dark romance side of things, and you were like,
Yeah, I'm like, look at my
I'm
cute
in
little
danger.
rom-com over here. Yeah. No,
Because
literally.
I did, for anyone wondering, and no one's allowed to judge me for this, I did start haunting Adeline purely for research purposes because I want to know why everyone's talking about it and like has been talking about it on TikTok for
Is
like
that a series
years.
too?
It's a duet. It's a duplet.
Okay, because I feel like everybody on TikTok always talks about the first one, and I never see this. I knew there was another one,
I
or
did not know it was a
but I didn't
duplet until
know.
I went to Barnes& and Noble to buy it.
And they were together.
Um, no, I only bought the first one.
No, no, but I'm
It's
saying like they were together on the shelf, so that's how you knew.
yeah, no, it's
Okay.
massive. But like I feel like when you look at like us, you'd be like, okay, so Brianna reads like the fun, fluffy romances and like the happy ending stuff, and Mackenzie reads the dark academia,
Can
depressive
we make
Perks of
this
a
a post? I
Wallflower.
feel like
Yeah.
this would be a fun post to be like,
This is the book. Like it's
oh my God,
chunky.
I did
And the
not think it
pages
was
are
that
like
big.
and like the words
Is
are
the
like
print
it
tiny?
yeah.
Interesting.
If you don't know anything about this book, it's like a super, super dark romance with like the most insane content warnings ever. And I basically have been hearing about it nonstop on TikTok for the last however many years, and I decided that
Cold.
I am tired of speculating and I just want to read it and see how bad it is for myself.
Not me
And
looking up the summary right now.
I don't mean bad writing. I mean like
Oh,
it's fucked up.
oh my God. This makes
Whatever.
me just wonder like why it was read and so many people are like, you have to read it, you have to read it.
Yes, I don't that's why
Crazy.
I'm like
That's what I mean. Like what?
morbidly curious about this book.
Because
I
there's
also there's like a torture scene in the second chapter. Like it's a lot. Anyways,
that's insane.
anyways, it is an insanely
I
fucked
need
up book. And
like why is it viral?
I don't know, and that's
I'm
why I need to read it
confused.
because my brain is like, why
What the
does everyone talk
heck?
about this book?
That's wild. No, see, that's something I'd be like, okay, have fun with it. I'm gonna go pick up my like pink
Yes.
covered rom-com.
Well,
But
I want to reorganize my bookshelf, but I do have like my like all of my fiction books are very like dark, muted tones. And then I have my romance section, which is like pink and colorful.
bright, it's all bright. Yeah,
Really fun.
literally. That's so
Anyways,
good.
this is one of the tangents we were talking about.
But that's what we're reading.
Yeah,
We actually got that in, so
we did.
did.
We never
Yeah.
do.
I know
This is gonna be such a
we
long
always
episode
forget.
again. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. They haven't heard us for like 3 weeks.
Yeah. Also,
You're gonna get a lot of it.
if you did miss our last episode of season one, we did an interview with Casey O'Brien, who was a first round draft pick for the New York Sirens. So if you want to hear
She's
that,
amazing.
go
Yeah.
listen. And we'll see you every Monday for the rest of the hockey
Yeah.
season. Which
Yeah.
sounds like such a commitment.
I don't even know like how many months that is.
8 plus
Yeah, 8.
something.
Yeah. No,
Long
yeah,
time.
8. It goes through June 8.
September, October, November, December, January, February, March,
Maybe
April,
9.
May, June, 10.
Okay, 10. Oh my
10.
God.
Next 10 months,
10
every Monday.
months straight of us talking.
I
You all asked for it. It's okay.
don't know if they did. They just continue to listen to us.
Well, it's fine. Yeah, true.
Yeah. All right. Well,
All
we
right.
love you guys. Thanks for being here. I don't know how any of you lasted this long unless you're literally listening on 2 times speed, which I don't know if that's possible because we both talk I talk at a decent clip.
Already fast.
Yeah.
But
You talk a little slow. I think you talk faster when
I
we're on
could
the
talk really
podcast.
fast and I'm like really, really excited.
Yes. Your
When I get
TikToks, though,
excited, I'm like,
sometimes I wish I could put on 4x speed.
sorry.
I'm like,
Because I feel
Brianna,
like
talk
people
faster.
can't
I
understand.
don't care. Put captions on it for that
But
reason.
yes, I do.
I know.
But anyway. All right. Thanks for listening.
We're gonna
Hope you learned
go.
things.
Yeah.
See you next Monday.
Bye.
Bye.